Hey folks, it's Greg. You're watching Greg's Country Cabin Outdoors. It's time of year for the hummingbirds to be coming back. So I've got this Perky Pet Hummingbird Instant Nectar Concentrate. Okay, so it comes in packets. One packet does 1 quart. So I've got an old Seagram 7 bottle, and I got it measured off at 4 cups, and I put 4 cups of water in it, and then I added the nectar, which brings it up just slightly above that. So the nectar apparently has drawn moisture even though it's in a plastic bag, because it was pretty solid. So what I had to do is my kids gave me a bottle opener one year for Christmas. Happens to be a hammer, so I just kind of hammered it out nice and soft, and so I'm mixing it up right now. I'll get my hummingbird feeder in a minute, and we'll fill it up and see if we can't start drawing some hummingbirds, and I will show you where I'm going to hang it. So here's my hummingbird feeder. Pretty fancy bottle, and so I'm going to go ahead and fill it. Okay, to fill it, I got to take the bottom off of it, which is sometimes easier said than done, but that's all there is to it. And then I just tip up my Seagram's bottle, start pouring it in. Got that nice red color, which for some reason that attracts hummingbirds. I was camping one time and had a red kerosene lamp hanging on the post of the awning for the camper, and a hummingbird came up and tried to drink out of it. So apparently somebody at that time had made a hummingbird feeder that looked like a kerosene lamp, which I thought was pretty dangerous for the hummingbirds. But hey, if folks want to make it look like they've got a lamp hanging out there to draw the hummingbirds in, so be it. Now once that's screwed on there nice and tight, I can tip it up. Now it's ready to go hang out there, so I'll go hang it out, show you what's going on. Okay, there's the branch that I want to hang my feeder on. So I'm going to go ahead and climb up here on all this junk underfoot and get this hung out there. Now, it doesn't look like much of a branch, but it's a hedge tree, so it's going to last for quite a while before it actually deteriorates enough to fall off. So there's my hummingbird feeder. Now, all I got to do is wait for the hummingbirds to come. Let me take you inside. Okay, we're inside the cabin. There's one rocking chair, the other one the sofa. The little picture window, the $20 picture window that I bought, and there's my hummingbird feeder right there. So I can sit in one of the rocking chairs here and look at the hummingbird feeder, watch the hummingbirds come in or whatever. Or I can look out that way. My wife wants me to put one out over this window, but I really don't have a way to get the feeder hung up to where we can watch it, because that's quite a ways off the ground, and I'd have to use a ladder or something, put a hook or something in that tree, and I really don't want to do that. Well, pork chops, black-eyed peas for supper. Oh, the pork chops are perfect. Oh yeah, cooked on the grill. They're absolutely perfect. Oh yeah, I can't wait to sink my teeth into the black-eyed peas as well. Mmm. Wow. Excellent. Excellent. So it's Saturday before Mother's Day, and the wife's coming out here tomorrow night for supper, and I brought some venison ribs. So we're going to have ribs, add a little barbecue sauce, give them some flavor, and I'll give her a choice of vegetables. So, excellent pork chops. Excellent. So the last time I made black-eyed peas, they were a little bland, and I used my favorite smoky mesquite seasoning on them, give them a little bit of flavor, and it's almost empty. So I was at the local big box store, and I checked their shelves, and sure enough, they had more. So I picked up a couple more to stock up. I hate running out of this stuff. I love it. It's good seasoning. I like it a little bit spicy, and that adds a little bit of spice to it. Just enough to make it enjoyable. Anyway, it's a great weekend. Again. Well, I put the hummingbird feeder up about an hour ago, I guess. And I've already seen a hummingbird at it. So they either remember where it was last year, or they know where to look for it. They know what they're looking for. I think that red in there has something to do with it. I really do. But yeah, it was a female. Usually there's a dominant male hanging around keeping everybody else away, but apparently he hadn't found it yet. Yep, it's a wonderful day. There's one. Really neat how the eastern sun changes the color of that red liquid in that clear bottle. Really brilliant colors coming out of there. Totally different. Well, I'm sitting here. It's Sunday, Mother's Day, waiting for the wife to come out. And a bird, I was watching the little feeder up here, the hummingbird feeder, and a bird landed on that branch up there and then flew off on the other side of the woodshed. So I thought I'd check it out, see what it was. And I thought maybe it was an Oriole, because we've had Baltimore Orioles out here before. And I thought, well, you know, maybe it's a goldfinch. I don't know. So I got out my bird book. And I decided to look up a goldfinch. And I turned to the first page of the finches, and right next door over here is the exact bird that I saw. It's a Bullock's. If I can get it to focus in, I don't know if I can get it to focus in now. It focused in earlier. It's a Bullock's Oriole, and right above it is a Baltimore Oriole. You can see the difference in the color. The Bullock's is more of a yellow with a little bit of orange, but the Baltimore Oriole is a lot more orange. So I've seen the Baltimore Oriole in the past week or so flying around. They've landed in the trees outside the big window. But this Bullock's Oriole is, it's more of a yellow. And this is the male here. The female is here. This is the female Baltimore Oriole. And this is the male. So what I have seen is 2 males. I haven't seen either one of the females. So they're around here. I don't know how long they're going to stay. They're a migratory bird. They normally don't stay around very long. But I thought I'd share that with you. Well, it's time to get them ribs started. Special shout out to my neighbor next door here at the cabin, Mel. She told me how to cook these ribs, and so I took her advice and cooked up a batch, tried it the way she said to, and it worked out perfectly. So these are venison ribs, a deer that I shot this year, and she got me started on them. First time I'd ever had them was because she recommended it. I have butchered my own deer in the past, and so I cut up the ribs and I gave them to her. But since I had this one processed at the local meat processor, I went ahead and had them cut the ribs out for me and save them. So yeah, I'm going to cook these up. And that pot is full. I'm going to get them started because I promised my wife ribs for Mother's Day. Well, I hope she's happy with my choice of wine. I picked a Cabernet Sauvignon. It is a barefoot wine. And it comes from California. Because with red meat, you have to have red wine. Well, one of my bobbers bit the dust. The tip broke off of it. It's supposed to look like that. And the hook that holds the line broke. So I'll have to retire that one. But I've still got another one, and you can tell this one's sun faded. I've used it a lot. So, you know, time catches up with everything sooner or later. Really enjoy these bobbers. They're great, especially for bluegill fishing. Anyway, this is Greg. You've been watching Greg's Country Cabin Outdoors. Hope you enjoyed this little video. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel.